It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for the Bucks, this is a team that had concerns coming into the season, just like any club. But they've played to their strengths. They've minimized their weaknesses. And they've come together as one complete unit. And tonight, we get to see Mohamed Bamba. Tremendous size and strength, but also extremely bright, Kenny. Schools with the highest level academics offered him scholarships.
Wow, because he's a smart guy off the court who still honors his basketball IQ. I love that. I love that about guys. And you know, he's just one of the rare breeds of everything you want. He opposing defender, blocking shot, alters everything, and a great student.
And on the offensive end, very raw, runs the floor very well. Needs to add a lot of strength, though.
Coming up shortly, it's the tip. We'll go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. This game in Milwaukee marks the start of a homestand for the Bucks. So important to get off on the right foot. New year, new season. These guys have done it.
And right now for the Bucks, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, we know how fortunate the Bucks are that they uncovered a top-5 player in Giannis Antetokounmpo. But this creates pressure on him to chase a title while he's in his prime. And with their coaching change and roster changes, every move is under heightened scrutiny. Kevin?
He wants to win in Milwaukee, DA. Can they help him get there? Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as a season started?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Simmons in at the small forward. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws tonight, the first trip to the stripe in this one, and the first one drops.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
Bledsoe hits them both. And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him, too, now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball. And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy. They get it back. Lopez, no luck. Middleton against Simmons. Out to the right wing. Lob pass to Gordon. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Lopez sets a screen for Bledsoe. Orlando grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Brogdon. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Brogdon against Fournier. 5 on the clock.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Lob pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Here's Lopez following the score by Aaron Gordon. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Deflects the pass. Back to Fournier. A 3 from Simmons. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. No good. Shot missing.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
They set the screen. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Gordon a screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. One of the strong points that the Orlando Magic team has is their balance.
Well, they've got a number of players, Kevin, that can go for double digits on any night. That's always nice. Good depth on this roster as well. And when you don't have an elite star or talent, these are the kind of things you look for in building your team.
A free throw drops for Augustine.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Both free throws good from Augustine. And Clark, you look at the Bucks roster. What's the biggest area of need in your opinion?
The question mark I see is the center position, Kevin. Thon Maker might have some upside and could very well fill that void, but they lack a presence in there now.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there, just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. A very nice season for him last year. Last year averaged 17 points a game. Just over 2 steals and 5 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Bledsoe. Lopez a screen. To stop the drought. And it's Bledsoe laying it in.
I think it's almost impossible to guard Bledsoe when he's breaking moves out like that. His ball handling, terrific.
Augustine against Bledsoe. Pass to Bamba. Lopez with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Augustine passes to Fournier. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
Lopez with the ball. Bamba picks him up. Lopez, no luck.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Now Bledsoe. The Bucks working the ball around. To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the night.
This guy's a big-time gamer. Eric Bledsoe, unstoppable.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Middleton against Simmons. Here's Antetokounmpo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the game to go. Orlando leading by 3. Now here is Augustine. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here is Augustine. Here's Bamba. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simmons. Connects on the 17-footer. Simmons got his first points of the night.
Still working on that jump shot. The more Simmons connects from here, I think the more effective he'll become.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Lays it up off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here is Augustine. Defended by Dellavedova. Outside Fournier. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bucks trail by 6. Dellavedova kicks to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Lopez, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Bamba passes to Augustine. Simmons sets a screen for Augustine. 4 on the clock. Fournier. He doesn't hit that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Dellavedova kicks to Middleton. Down low. Antetokounmpo, no good. Magic leading by 6. Right side Simmons. Gordon. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism. But he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Gordon. And for Gordon, all the focus he gave to improving his shot gave him the confidence he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And confidence so big in this league. I mean, it's the difference between good to great or average to good. I mean, when he believes in his shot, he's lethal offensively. It just opens up the floor for him and his teammates and allows him to create mismatches the way he's shooting it now.
And Gordon drops them both.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically, how he finds the open man. Nice.
Now, here's Grant. The feed to Vucevic, and stolen by Ilyasova. Inside. DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Ross. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
And, you know, Dellavedova is not afraid of mixing it up anywhere, but particularly inside. A capable scorer when he's near the bucket.
Grant kicks to Ross. Left side, Gordon. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Orlando leading by 4. Oh, Vucevic in position. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Super quick in transition. The Greek Freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And Greg, the first time you face a team in the season, that's when you're looking to take that mental advantage. Demonstrate you're better, and that could make it easier down the road.
And Orlando making a change here. Owundu's checked in. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Here's Vucevic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
Bucks trail by 4. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
And here is Grant. 8 points his last outing. And Vucevic kicks to Grant. Offline with his 3. Bucks shooting 45% from the field early. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That's his first foul. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And so here's Orlando. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Owundu passes to Isaac. Vucevic trying to get open. And Henson sends it back. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks trail. Stolen by Grant.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
And they pick up 2. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
There's the pick. Grant kicks to Ross. 14 feet away. They get it back. A second chance effort. And Vucevic finishes inside. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
Quite honestly, Vucevic is one of the most aggressive and best rebounders in the association.
DiVincenzo. He's covered by Grant. Inside, Ilyasova. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And it's Owundu missing. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Timberwolves. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Ilyasova, a screen. 6 to shoot. To the middle. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And the Bucks making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes to Vucevic. Over Zeller. Milwaukee with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
And you know what, Greg? Every team has guys that play different roles. As a matter of fact, most players in the league are role players. It's a matter of understanding your role and doing it well, because role players are just as important as the stars.
That free throw missing.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
And he's good on the second.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player, because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Boy, the ferocity on the glass, really impressive, and they're not backing up at all, not giving an inch on the boards.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Grant. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's a 1-2 in at the 3 spot. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's now 17 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Floor spacing is such an important element of the game now, Clark. And I know you have a list of guys who you think can stretch it the most in the game now.
Yeah, you start with Steph Curry. I mean, clearly, his shot-making ability from anywhere in the building is unlike most any other in the league. Damian Lillard has similar type range. Jamal Crawford would come to mind, but Steph Curry's at the head of that list for me.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time, and it's difficult to do even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Magic.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And a season after he won the most improved player, Antetokounmpo, Clark, was a legit MVP contender.
No doubt about it. I think if the Bucks had been a top seed, perhaps he could have won it, although James Harden was phenomenal last season. The league has been put on notice. This is a guy who wouldn't surprise me at all if he became an MVP at some point in his career.
Down low, and it's Vucevic, that time on the assist from Ross. And that's now 6 points for Vucevic. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Fader on the way. That one a little long. Magic leading by 3. And it's Grant in the corner. Poked away. 6 to shoot. Pass to Awandu. Here's Isaac. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted 6th overall in 2017 as a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger. But he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And they feel down in Orlando, Clark, that Isaac has a lot of upside with his game.
And I concur with that, Kevin. I mean, this guy is long, he's athletic, he's got some versatility in his game, can put the ball on the floor. He could be comparable to a Giannis Antetokounmpo as he develops. Again, I don't like to always compare players one to another, but he's got that kind of look and potential about him.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, this guy packs a nice skill set, Jonathan Isaac. A slender big man who has nice range and is a superb defender already.
Henson dishes to Bledsoe. Here's the screen. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the Bucks miss again. Bledsoe against Augustine. Vucevic, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Hey, you know, Kevin, that's what you want to see. Strong passing inside, leading to the hoop.
Pick by Zeller. Brogdon kicks to Zeller. The Bucks working the ball around. Bledsoe outside. Zeller trying to free himself up. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Brogdon the pass to Henson. Shoots over Isaac. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Henson. The Magic have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Vucevic the pass to Fournier. He gets that one. Fournier's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Bledsoe dishes to Middleton. Henson with the screen. Bledsoe against Augustine. Middleton the pass to Henson. Here's Bledsoe. The rebound by Awandu.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Middleton. Outside for Bledsoe. Henson on a screen on Augustine. And Bledsoe, here we go. No good on that one. The Magic go the other way with it.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Shoots in deep. And the basket by Isaac. And now an 11-point Magic lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in, and the wide open shot from Bledsoe. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
Zeller against Gordon, and the dunk by Bamba.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
Stolen by Bamba. Augustine from outside. No good.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside.
Logged in the pass to Zeller. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. Maybe always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
One shot.
And that one falls for Fournier. You know, there's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Bucks trail by 16. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Bucks.
And even when the D3 has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection.
Bledsoe against Augustine. Looking to end the run. And the Bucks miss again.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Bucks trail by 16. Bledsoe with it. 8 points his last outing. Ilyasova a screen. Middleton for 3. Rebound by the Magic.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Whoa!
Hey, watch out now. Watch out. Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Bucks.
One shot, gentlemen.
And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
shoots a fader, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Middleton's got his first bucket of the night. And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Brogdon kicks to Lopez. The kick out to Ilyasova. Nailed from three-point land. Ilyasova's got 5.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Augustine. Off the left rim and out. Bucks trail by 14. Now Brogdon. And he banks in the layup. Brogdon's got his first bucket in this one.
Brogdon does a nice job using his body close to the basket. He's a strong guard who knows what to do down there.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Lopez a screen. Here's Dellavedova, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
In the screen and roll, that's where Matthew Dellavedova is at his decision-making best.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Now here's Bamba. Lopez covering. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Bamba. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Grant kicks to Simmons. Orlando needs to get off a shot. The Magic again can't hit. Bucks trail by 13. DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Ross. Outside, Antetokounmpo passes it to Ilyasova. The shot. Lopez, no luck.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Yeah, smart play there. Well-timed roll to the basket. Bamba's got intelligence off and on the court.
Antetokounmpo passes to Dellavedova. Back to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And that one's good, Simmons.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Vucevic checked in for Gordon. The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first one falls.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And you talk about Antetokounmpo's strength, Clark. It serves him well with his attacking style.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
Screen by Grant. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Drills it from outside. Ross has got 9 points in the quarter.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 5th is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Grant outside. Kicks to Ross. Screen by Simmons. Ross passes to Vucevic. Back to Ross. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. Over Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. It's deflected.
Great play by Ross. I mean, using that bouncing ability at the defensive end, love it.
Vucevic, good D by Lopez. And stolen by Simmons. Over Antetokounmpo. No good from Simmons. Stolen by Bamba. And Vucevic throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, great first half. You had it going. What was the difference?
Yeah, I just tried to come out and give my team a spark, have a little bit of energy, and it just turned out in some easy buckets.
We'll see if you can get more of those easy ones in the second half, Aaron. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hello to the people, Shaq.
Hola.
Kenny's here.
Ni hao.
And we're analyzing the first half of action. Evan Fournier led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. If they're serious about cutting into this deficit, it's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Giannis is down low with Lopez. Bledsoe is out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists in the game. Magic leading by 14. Left side, Fournier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Fournier's got 16 points.
And when Fournier gets rolling, watch out now. A high percentage shooter. He's very gifted at getting the looks he wants out there.
Bledsoe against Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Lopez, a screen on Fournier. Here's Brogdon, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Brogdon is more crafty than elusive, creating for himself once the screen comes his way there.
Orlando's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Simmons on the wing. A beautiful reverse layup. Simmons got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Bucks trail by 16. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top 5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
Pulls up on the elbow. No good from Simmons.
And I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Aaron Gordon. David Aldridge, what's the status?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Orlando let me know his status. He told me that, in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Pick by Vucevic. Augustine dishes to Fournier. Lets it fly from 18. The shot misses. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Bucks trail by 15, and Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Timeout called the Bucks. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, vice president, player relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster. I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be. Currently had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting, both radio and television, then 4 years in the VP of player relations role. Phenomenal relationships with a number of people, but no, I think that chapter for me is in the rearview mirror.
I speak for everyone playing the game, watching the game. We're glad you're in broadcasting, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, partner.
And that one, good. Henson's got his 2nd basket.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Over in the corner, Isaac. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got assist number 8 now on the night. Bledsoe left side. Back to Middleton. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
I like seeing Middleton throw it down like that. Boy, he's a great athlete, and he finishes with a little style, too.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Unloads from 13. Augustine, no luck.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting. That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Chris Middleton. On defense, Orlando. Zeller with it. Bamba picks him up, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Antetokounmpo.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
And that one falls for Zeller. And the Bucks with these great new facilities, a new coaching staff, a talented roster. What's the upside for this team, Clark?
I think, Kevin, a top 4 seed in the East is very much in the realm of possibility. They have quality players around Giannis, and in this league, you've got to have multiple stars to compete for titles. They're on their way. They're moving in the right direction.
Here's Augustine, and again, it's Orlando converting.
Despite his relatively lean frame, Isaac is a solid screener because he makes himself big when he sets the screen.
Henson with the screen. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Bamba. It's Fournier on the wing. He's guarded by Brogdon. Bledsoe against Augustine. The pass to Isaac. Stolen by Henson. Isaac misses.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Here's Augustine, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Augustine's got 4 this quarter. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Magic.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Magic leading by 16. Fournier for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Zeller. That's tipped.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways. And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. There's the pick. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's a look now at what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics. Here's Bledsoe. He has 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it falls over the rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 29.
You know, with his athletic ability, Antetokounmpo could almost get away with not having a jump shot, but he's got one anyway.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. And the jam by Bledsoe.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
So both teams changing it up here. Magic leading by 12. Grant the pass to Bamba. Back to Grant. They set the pick. He kicks to Ross. Clock at 6. From about 19 feet, and he nails the jumper. Ross has got 11 points.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Ross. No good with the layup. Orlando's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And here in Orlando, the Magic are the only pro team in town. You can tell that the fans want a winner badly.
Well, they show up consistently, even through the tough and lean times. And they've come close a few times in the history of this franchise, but have never quite gotten over that hump. They've had some stars and elite teams in the past, but the long-term success just hasn't been sustained.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And, you know, the Bucks in recent seasons have employed an aggressive trapping style defensively. Diminishing returns, though, as the league has figured it out. Now they've gone back to the drawing board.
Outside Gordon. Feeds to Bamba. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. It's tipped.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And with the Bucks' length and athleticism, the pressure style of D made sense.
Yeah, you know, but when it broke down, Kevin, they gave up open threes in today's game. That's almost as bad as a layup.
The fadeaway. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Grant down low. Guarded by Bledsoe. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Hey, it's pretty simple when Gordon is connecting like he is now. I mean, you got to keep getting the ball to him. He often takes high-quality shots.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention. Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Gordon a screen. Grant kicks to Ross. In the corner, Bamba with it. Hits it from three-point range. Bamba's got 18 points in the game.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Pick by Zeller. Here's Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Ilyasova. Off target from three-point range. Magic leading by 21. Back to Gordon. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. 1:46 left in the third quarter of the game. Ilyasova a screen. Clock at 6. Bledsoe for 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist in the game. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Grant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And for the Orlando Magic, the 2017-18 season, Clark, not a great one, but they did have some bright spots.
Well, they saw what Aaron Gordon can do. That's a positive. Had a chance to grow some young players like Jonathan Isaac. A tough season for sure, but this is all part of evaluating what you have and where you stand.
The first one falls, and some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Zeller, and Middleton subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. He doesn't get the second one.
Boy, you look at Mike Budenholzer, and he's moved into a nice situation this offseason. Atlanta in rebuild mode, and the Milwaukee Bucks heading in the other direction. One of the best teams in the East. That's a good landing spot for Budenholzer.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Bledsoe. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Tell you what, if you're going to hit Bledsoe, you really got to give it to him, because when you don't, he just works through that contact.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for the Magic.
One shot.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid.
Grant against Bledsoe. Grant the pass to Ross. Gordon a screen. From deep. That one no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy two-guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
Brogdon, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Middleton hits them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
No good from Grant. Bucks trail by 16. And Bledsoe, here we go. To the inside. Here's Brogdon. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Drains the three-pointer. 9 points for Chris Middleton.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
And so it's Orlando. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Orlando leading by 13. And so in the game for the Magic, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Grant. And it's Simmons in at the 3 slot. Ross kicks to Grant. Here's Gordon. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Gordon's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Magic. To the paint, here's Lopez. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. The feed to Gordon. And stolen by Ilyasova. Floats it up for Bledsoe. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Picked by Vucevic. Grant dishes to Vucevic. Over Lopez. And it's Vucevic missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Down low, here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
Boy, impressive intensity displayed by Ilyasova. He's a real Energizer Bunny type of guy who can sky up really fast and finish at the rim with a lot of force.
Bucks trail by 11. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So for the Magic, Fournier comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. Ilyasova against Gordon. Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe outside. The shot by Brogdon wide open. And it's off from 3-point range. The Magic leading by 11. To the inside. Inside. Vucevic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
Bucks trail by 13. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Bledsoe against Augustine. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Vucevic with the rebound. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Got to stay active when Gordon's out there. I mean, his ability to make something out of nothing is huge for this team.
First free throw is good. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Bucks trail by 14. Here's Brogdon, and again the Bucks miss. Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Simmons passes to Gordon. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
The inside is where Gordon is really most comfortable and effective. Very few defenders can get to a shot given how high he gets up on it.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Henson with the screen. Vucevic against Lopez. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. 4 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. No good from Bledsoe. Magic leading by 16. It's Fournier on the wing. He's guarded by Brogdon. And Simmons kicks to Vucevic with the shot. That one wide left.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Looked like he rushed the layup to me. I mean, the defense was late on contesting that one.
Fournier in the corner. Pass to Augustine. He dishes it to Vucevic. The baseline jumper goes down.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Stolen by Gordon. Now here is Augustine. Stolen by Bledsoe. And oh, here we go with Bledsoe. Nobody back. And it's in there. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
Good defensive instincts, and that wingspan that belies his size allows Bledsoe to come up with these steals.
Gordon with a screen on Bledsoe. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Brogdon, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
The Magic leading by 16. Here's Augustine. Vucevic, the pass to Augustine. Here's Gordon, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Brogdon kicks to Henson. Lopez outside. Pass to Henson. Brogdon against Fournier. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the Magic making a change here. Bamba's checked in. Bucks trail by 18. The pass to Brogdon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brogdon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The Magic have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Fournier passes to Augustine. Stolen by Bledsoe. Pass to Middleton. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They host the Kings after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
I tell you what, total team player. When Simmons hits the open man like this, he adds value to his team.
Well, the Bucks shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Henson with the screen. Here's Lopez, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. And I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And both free throws good for Lopez.
Up around 80% for his career, Lopez more than comfortable earning his points at the charity stripe.
Fournier dishes to Bamba. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
That's good from Simmons. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Yeah, you know, at times Bledsoe can just be a guy who takes over games with his scoring.
Bledsoe against Augustine. Gordon with a screen on Bledsoe. Augustine. They get it back. Great D that time from Middleton.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Tremendous anticipation from Antetokounmpo, sensing some separation as that pass was coming, and then simply rising up and knocking down the jumper.
And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Augustine. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Bamba passes to Gordon. Now here's Fournier. Antetokounmpo defending. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 11, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. For 3, Bledsoe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th assist here tonight. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Mohamed Bamba.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where somebody, anybody, had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let up out there. We'll see how well he got the point across.
Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. And the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got 25 points.
Not lacking confidence in his scoring ability inside, Bledsoe knows he can do damage from there.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
There's the pick. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Magic leading by 14. Lob pass to Gordon. The shot, no good.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo over Gordon, and again it's Milwaukee converting.
And you know, it's obvious why Antetokounmpo is an MVP candidate. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Shot, high post, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Simmons. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And Jonathan Simmons taking on more playing time after his big contract deal, starting to adjust to what comes with that.
Yeah, all players want the money and minutes, but it's a greater responsibility. More was asked of Simmons on both ends of the floor, Kevin, and I think for the most part he came up in good stead. He did get pushed to the limit physically as he matched his previous career high in minutes about halfway through last season, but he'll be better for it going into this season.
Both shots good from the stripe. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s. Plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Here's Grant. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's a Wondu. Antetokounmpo defending. Wondu passes to Vucevic. There's the pick over Zeller. And the shot is long. Knocked loose. Stolen by Grant. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier. Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.